I was recently shocked when Honorable Peter Kaluma, an MP from Homa Bay, made a fake tweet allegedly from Jerugadhangu concerning NYAYO House. I do know that I know where Peter Kaluma comes from, and I know for you to be an MP in that area, you only have to shout a certain slogan and you are assured of your parliamentary seat. But we are doing ourselves disservice. Many Kenyans suffered. Many of them suffered in NYAYO House. Many were thrown over the wall and they died. The issue of NYAYO House, torture chamber, was clearly recorded in various forums. Names of perpetrators were written. Their names, as they appear on ID, their ranks, and their special branch service number. That list, actually NYAYO House, I remember around Valentine's Day in 2003, around Valentine, there was a group of people. Me, Githuku Ndungi is campaigning to be an MCA in Kabete, Wafula Buke, Jerugadhangu, and so many, mostly victims of NYAYO House. I'm the only special branch officer who was there. We compared notes from both sides, and we compiled more than a dozen names of those askaris who were there. Now, for a dishonorable person like Kaluma, just because he wants to be elected back to parliament, to him to include the names of people who are not there, he's doing the victims disfavor. Anybody wanting to know the list of those people who are special branch officers who tortured others are well documented. I remember Ndungi was tasked by Kenya Human Rights Commission at Valley Arcade to record me in video, both at Ongata Rongai and Uhuru Park, where full names and whatever were taken. Please, I know how it is important for you, for your candidate to be the president, and I know how important it is for you to be the MP. But please, mambo ya NYAYO House, just don't include that. Respect. Imagine those people who were thrown. There is even a journalist who was thrown and he walked the rest of his life in a wheelchair. For their respect, please, if you don't know anything about NYAYO House, please respect those people. I know you don't respect yourself. I don't see any difference. In fact, actually, Koinange ladies are better than you. Just because you want to be an MP and you want your candidate to be a president, you use that to madden the waters. People suffered in NYAYO House. Records were recorded in various forums, including the two TGRCs. the task force for Makau Mutua, and Hosea Kiplagat's TGRC. The names of perpetuators are there. Mushiri is there, Njoki is there, Clement Masisa is there, James Opio is there, more than a dozen. Just leave the list to be that way. Kiambaa case, people rushed to ICC and said Lotodo and Ruto met and decided to ban people in Kiambaa, when Lotodo had died 5 years earlier. So if you have issues with somebody, don't rush there to include that unamweka kwa hiyo. Let the list that we gave be that way, and the list we gave around 2003 to 2005. Let the list be that way. I know I have additional names that came, but let the list be as it was at that time. NYAYO House was constructed as a torture chamber. If you look at the original map, that one is there. NYAYO House was completely, and then since the special branch used to be mostly, the offices used to be within the district commissioner's office, but occasionally police stations. That is why it was there. And I want to tell my viewer that at NYAYO House we had two types of special branch men. We had the usual intelligence officers who did any intelligence that you could find anywhere in Kenya. Kisumu, Mombasa, Mandera, name it. Then we had the Opio's team. Opio was of the same rank as the deputy Nairobi boss. And he was the fourth senior most officer in the special branch. But he used to answer directly to the director of intelligence. And Kaluma's thing of saying, tweet of saying that Opio was polite, Opio was until a young Dio came and then gave Opio. Opio received instructions from nobody. Opio received instructions from the director of intelligence and Ezekiah Oyugi, plus the president, of course. Nobody else. Now telling me or anybody that a DO, not even a special DO. We had some DOs who used to handle intelligence called special DO. This one was not even a special DO. Coming here to give instructions to him. My goodness. Hey, so getting political seats is that. I have recorded in my memos how Opio's team were recruited, trained, and whatever. And even the systems. I have talked to the people I've just mentioned, and most of them only know Opio. Apparently, these people used to come in masks, or there would be a light here, and then they would hide behind the nini. Occasionally, the interrogation would go through total darkness, and these people used to put on night goggles so that you'd be beaten at. They are seeing you, but you can't see you. So such people, and then somebody coming up and saying, Akadio. I'm not trying to say that Rigathi was a saint or anything. Rigathi was your Dio. And if you have to castigate Rigathi, you have also to castigate Natembeya. They were the same rank. They were doing the same job, the same office. Now, because Natembeya happens to be on that side of the political, it means that the day he will temper to the other side against Raila, then and then Dios were corrupt. There is this tape where a chief is talking of how he was being pushed. That is there. Actually, I would have been shocked if he would have said there was a... The DO says that he gave Gachagua 50,000 to buy a vehicle. Look at his salary. The salary of a chief that time, 3,000. Where could he get just ready? Those days, a DC would want money to take to Kabarak. And then he would divide the money into the number of divisions that he had in his district plus 1. So that if the divisions are 4, he would count 5. So if they are needed 40 cattle, he would say, I want 50. 10 ni zake, 40 anapeleka Kabarak. The DO wanting to produce 10 and he has 5 locations, he would ask each location to produce 3. So they used to do that. That is everything what they do. Just like we policemen. Can you tell me of a policeman during Moi's time who was on the roadblock and he did not receive a bribe? Yes, there were. A few. I've even written in my memos. But very few. So this issue, DOs, even the provincial special branch officer Nairobi, who was 1 rank ahead of Mr. Opio, he never stepped in office. They were in the same. They had their rooms there. They could come to these ordinary intelligence officers, but these ordinary intelligence officers could not go to Opio's place. And Opio acted under instructions from very few and very powerful. We had DOs who used to handle the intelligence. They were called special DOs. Even a special DO could not have 10% of what Peter Kaluma tried to say at an ordinary DO was giving instructions to Mr. Opio. My goodness. Political ambitions can make you do anything. Bye.